Good morning and welcome to the channel. This is Kevin with Hooked on Vets coming to you from San Antonio here in South Texas. Well, we've got some bad news today, guys. The C6 ZL465 Street Legal Performance Package, well, it's taking a crap. The coolant system has sprung a leak. I've got coolant fluid flung all over the engine bay, and it looks like the water pump has gone bad. I've done some research on some of the forums and whatnot on this kind of issue, and it seems like the main problem is going to be the water pump. So I am not a mechanic by any means. I don't have very much experience doing any kind of mechanical work on engines or cars for that matter, other than just some like basic bolt-on stuff. So I am hearing that replacing the water pump is actually not that bad. So what I plan to do in the next couple days is do a video on how to change an LS2 water pump. So hopefully you guys will find that informative. I sure am going to, because it's the first time I've ever done it, and we're going to kind of go through this process together. So I'll be working on that for the next couple days, and we'll get that video out shortly. Today, however, very excited because InChain Designs and Street Speed 717, who's a vlogger out of Pennsylvania, very well-known vlogger, actually. He's got, I want to say he's north of 700,000 followers now. It's insane. Get it? Yeah, so they're in the middle of a Corvette C7 giveaway, and the window for purchasing something from them in order to enter into this contest ended last night. So they're making a phone call today to the lucky winner. It's pretty freaking cool, and you never know. So I have my phone on. I've got the ringer on. I'm going to be forwarding my phone to my desk phone so I don't miss a call, because even though, like I said in the last video, I never win anything, damn, that Miata just about rear-ended me. What a punk. It is what it is. Even though I almost never win anything, I guess there's always a first. So I'll be waiting for that phone call. Mike from Street Speed 717 and Shane from InChain Designs. You guys rock. Love your videos. If you have not seen them, check out their link right here. Check them out. They're awesome. And all right, so I am almost to work, so I'm going to have to say goodbye to you guys. I will pick up this video later on today, and who knows, maybe I have good news. It's 11:15 Central Time, and still no call from Street Speed 717 or InChain Designs. So not worried yet. I have no idea what time they're doing the drawing for the winner, but I don't know. I guess we got a couple more hours to wait. We'll see. I'm still hoping for that phone call, guys. We'll see what happens. All right. It is 5 o'clock Central Time. We have not gotten a call from InChain Designs or Street Speed 717, Mike and Shane. So I am presuming we didn't win the C7 Corvette. It's okay. I'm sure there are tens of thousands of people that put in, and I certainly hope that whoever got the call today is somebody who has never owned a Corvette, however has always wanted one, or maybe didn't have the resources to get a Corvette, and is now the proud new owner of a badass C7 custom InChain design Corvette. So congratulations on whoever got it. I'm sure we'll find out from Street Speed 717 and InChain Designs tonight. In the meantime, I am more than content to continue on down the road with my beautiful C6 ZL465. Love this thing, and she needs a little TLC right now. As I mentioned earlier in the vlog, she sprung a leak somewhere in the coolant system. I've got coolant fluid slung all over the engine bay. I think it's coming from the water pump, and I think the coolant dripped down, more like poured down off the water pump onto the harmonic balancer and all the belts, and it just kind of slung it all over the place. So here's what happened. I noticed that the car was, when I'd parked it over the last few days, last week or so, I was smelling some coolant fluid. It's kind of a sweet smell to it. I looked around. I didn't see any on the garage floor where I park it. I kind of looked around with a flashlight. I saw a little bit of moisture, but nothing that looked like it was anything concerning. But boy, was I wrong. So I'm driving home the other night, and the temperature gauge started creeping up on me, and I knew right away, all right, there's an issue. So I pulled into the first gas station, and sure enough, there was coolant slung on some of the engine components in the engine bay. So after that, I checked the coolant level. It was obviously low. I bought some coolant at the gas station, filled it up a little bit to get me home because I didn't want to chance anything. And I am on the road maybe 3 minutes after putting the coolant in, and the temperature starts spiking again. So at that point, I knew we had an issue. I made it home. I'm pulling into the driveway and into the garage. There's a little bit of steam coming up through the crease in the hood where the engine bay is. And as I get out of the car, I hear what sounds basically like Niagara Falls pouring down from the engine bay onto the garage door floor. Of course, I look under the car, and sure enough, just about every ounce of engine coolant was flowing out of the engine bay onto the garage floor. So you would think it would be easy to figure out where it came from. It wasn't. There's so much coolant in the engine bay, it was almost impossible to tell what the source was. Obviously, it's either from one of the connectors, the hose, or the water pump. So you can see fluid here all over the alternator. There's fluid down here below the coolant reservoir. So right down here we have the fuel pump. You can see where the hoses connect to the fuel pump there, and there's coolant all over that. There's coolant all down there on the harmonic balancer. It got slung all over the air intake shroud. I don't see any back where the headers are. It seems to be all contained in this area, but if you look way down below the fuel pump, you can see there's pooled coolant down there, which makes me suspicious as to the fact that I think the coolant leak is coming right there at the fuel pump. So I'm going to do a coolant system pressure test and see if I can replicate the fluid coming out of the fuel pump. And if that's the case, then basically we're going to remove the fuel pump and replace it. And I might even change out the thermostat as well, because I doubt it's been changed out since we put the Street Legal Performance thermostat in probably over 6, 7, 8 years ago. So it's due for another 160 degree thermostat. My guess is the water pump. I've got to get the car up on jacks or jack stand so I can take a look underneath and just kind of verify it. And then if it is coming from the water pump, well, the next vlog we see posted to this channel is going to be how to change a water pump on a C6 LS2. So stay tuned. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. This has been Kevin with Hooked on Vets, coming to you from San Antonio down in South Texas. If you like this video, hit the like button. If this is your first time visiting, please subscribe. Until next time, have a great day, guys. Subscribe to Hooked on Vets today.